Hello, 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 everybody. Lights are on, but there's nobody home. Can game find game? Game has found game. Alright. So, recap what happened the last time. We got this funky fella. My space colony. My Romuthan space. It still baffles the mind. Boggles it, in fact, that this is actually a thing. And I can't believe I spent so much dev and I mean it's 45 development that I've just given up to this AI. Anyway, we can build the Great Merfolk Canal. 2,000. I thought it was 20. I thought it was 20,000. I thought wasn't there a whole thing about it being 20,000? Was I just like wrong? Did I just calculate it wrong? I must have. Anyway, let's build the Merfolk Canal. Maybe it was 20,000 and I've updated my mod since. I'm going to go with that. Either way, let's start building the canal. Because, of course, that's what we need to do. We need to, you know, farm Empire of Souls. Anyway, everything else that we need to do. The Arskitsi Empire, we need to have 250 ships, which is fun. Because I know the guy over here, the Lake Fed, has like a gajillion ships. We currently have 162. I think we can get to 250. I think that's not actually that difficult. Let's build me, not though. Do I want 50 more heavies? Wait, do I have any heavies at all? I thought I have one heavy. Ah, maybe that's what I was waiting on, is enough money to do that. No longer have the delegates in prophecy privilege. Okay. I don't remember what that was. Either way, I'm sure it's fine. We can have a new government reform as well. Right. We're waiting on Ottoman Proviso. We are finishing off eco ideas. We've got 2 ideas left there. So that shouldn't take too long. We've got a bunch of places with encouraged development on. Right, I remember. I updated my mod, but I forgot to change this back. So, yeah. That's a thing that I forgot to do. Whoops. Okay. We just need to remember that now. Oh, I changed the wrong one. Egypt. Where is Valkolai? Right, yeah, get that cord up. We've got a bunch of places that can be upgraded, but I think what I want to do is build these 50 ships. And we've got 48 lights. And our armies right now are 48. So I don't feel the need to go any higher than that right now. Income from vassals and vassal force limit contribution. I mean, my only vassal is the space colony. Do the lizards have unique unit models? Unfortunately not, no. I still think it would be a good idea to give them the kobolds unit models. I just think that'd be fine. If I knew how to mod, I would do that myself and just give them the unit models from the kobolds. Wadakinshi is being murdered by Werik Geta, this guy. Fair enough. We can make states. We can make a lot of states, actually. Is that because I was building core houses? No, but I probably should have been. Courthouses aren't good. Where are they? Courthouses there. 25% gov cost is pretty nice. I'm capped on dip. Oh. That's what we were waiting on! Oh, fuck. We were waiting on the tech. Oh, fuck my memory. Well, that's 2,000 down the drain. Whatever. I've kept on mill as well, but I'm already up to date on that. So it looks like we're doing a little bit of deving. Oh, and this is where I should go and turn on edicts and shit. Truly could not care less. I hate that edict. I hate that it exists. I hate it so much. Yeah, money's looking good. We could actually just upgrade a few of these as well. Again, though, trade-wise, like, this is such a horrible trade region. It's truly awful. Maybe conquering into Gunwa and making this your trade node, or even going to, like, the Ironwood Coast might be a vibe. Actually, the Ket Highlands, pretty decent. Only one actually, no, there's 2 escapes. We'll probably cover that off. Alright, can I turn this off yet? Yes, I can. Very nice. Culture changing. Right, I needed to change the culture of a bunch of stuff over here. We can also take the next tech there. You never like Sahal and Anbennar. It's so normal and boring with nothing going on. I feel like that's no longer true, though. Like, I totally get that vibe from when it was first added. But now there's, like, quite a lot of stuff going on. Like what we had last time out with the, I mean, they're not here anymore, but the guys that rebelled here, the genie guys, that shit was cool. That was cool. I don't know. I liked it. Lizards themselves, pretty cool. Oh, wait, no, don't want to do that. You're a trade company. So are you. Did I make this into a... I fucking did. This was supposed to be a part of a trade company. Ah, fuck it, I don't care. Trade companies are ass anyway. They're not technically ass, but I just don't like them. 50 admin points and 10 discipline. Oh, did I have a tech? Yeah, whoops. Inspirational leader event. I mean, I'll take the admin points, of course. Even without mission tree, yes, more is really cool. I agree. Does it have any interesting continental features or continental flavors? I mean, this is kind of funky, and recently they changed this whole area to be, you know, some kind of swampiness thing going on here as well. I don't know, I found that interesting. Halfling Island as well. Like, I had the same opinion as you before. I just don't have it anymore. $61 dev here. Very cute. Fuck it, just... fuck trade companies. Oh, I can't stand trade companies. Just annoy me. How are you getting rebels? You're from the space. You're from space. Halfling's gift. Do I want some money from the halflings? I'll take the diplo points. I'll spend some money. That's fine. Giant laser shooting butterflies. It's been a while since a report from Ramutha had crossed the desk of the Emperor. This one, though, caused him to sprint out of their quarters and demand the fastest carriage to Zerat. What on earth were they thinking? How could they even think to unleash such a beast here in Halan? Who knew what untold devastation it would cause? Even before he'd reached the spire, they could see it. The terrifying beast, fluttering high above the spire that overlooked the city, the glittering of wings catching the sunlight. Nogzar flinched every time the light flashed in the direction of the carriage. He had read the reports. He knew what those things were capable of. When the carriage screeched into the clearing in front of the great spire, a strange lizard folk wearing oversized gnomish-made spectacles greeted him with a look of sheer delight across their face. "Ah, my Emperor, I'm so glad you could be here on such short notice. The experiment was a success. We already have multiple cocoons waiting to be hatched back on Ramutha." To control it, all you need is a little gnomish light beam and a skibbity-bobbity-doo, as the gnomes would say. Before Nugzar could protest, the scientist turned and clicked a small button on the contraption that he was holding. It shone a tiny red light onto the mountain behind. The great butterfly overhead let out a terrifying screech, its wings lighting up before unleashing a beam of light so destructive it carved a hole deep into the mountain. And we have multiple of these? Okay, 5% siege ability just for that is like this, but only 5. Okay, I mean, sure. So you're allied with this guy who's pretty big. Xena. Guaranteed by you. This is perfect. Let's go and attack Xena. I wonder if he'll give me some maps. Nope. He would ally me, though. Could ally him and then take his maps. Also, you have a bunch of cores that I will be returning. Anyway, let's attack Xena. Imperialism CB. Zuvavim is also coming in. Works for me. And if I remember rightly, my armies were actually quite potent. Oh, I missed. Holy balls, they're fast. Alright, time for you to die, please. Oh, he's reinforcing, so I guess it's not that bad. No, that was terrible for them. Yeah, we're better, obviously. So, plan-wise, I think we take as much as I think we take this state, of course. And you're allied with this guy, so we could just immediately go back to war with him again. My trader died. We're making lots of money, so... maybe that guy. I actually have quite a lot of troops. I think as soon as these two forts have fallen, we will kind of link up our forces and do some proper fights. Do I need this guy to be at level 3 for anything? We live here now, Empire of the Swamp. Yes, it needs to be at level 3. So we'll do that. That's going to take a while. Oh, I'll tell you what, if I can reach that in time, that would be a hell of a fight. Oh no! What do you do? Why are you standing in the way? Hire enemy officers. 5 professionalism would be kind of nice. Worth a bit of debt for. Fine. Alright, you're almost through there as well. Yeah, do I need that? I don't think so. Give him you, and then hunt enemy fleets, and then you can have this guy back. Jungle is still a decent place to have a fight. The problem is I don't have any good generals. Like, I'm real bad for generals. 2-2. Oh, there we go. A 4-5. Fantastic. Which siege did you get? No siege. Okay. Yeah, this is a good fight. Hell yeah. They're so fast. My enemies. So fast. Work again went to the coast, so they kind of cut us off. At some point, we'll probably have to be at war with them. Let's pop on. That's another sage. Oh, nice. You go do stuff. You've got 1 siege. I can get a 3 siege over onto their capital. You, I think I want to just keep having you fight armies. Because you're quite good at it. Pay off the loans. Actually, we should probably save Aramul again. Actually, if you're gonna siege, I'll let you. He's 1 siege. He's better siege than me, anyway. Excuse me? Yep, okay, fair enough. Let's see what kind of fight we can find. Good one. It's another culture conversion. I need the Quika Gamye. Where is Gamye? Oh, so this is a province that we absolutely have to take in this war. Damn it. Just gonna be chasing these motherfuckers around all over the place, aren't we? How have you still got? Actually, there. Why have you still got trade company shit? Okay, there we go. It's gone. Again, having a good fight here. The blood and palm of the Shadow Delta is a common enough tree for those living in and around the Shadow Swamp, often prized for in oily crimson sap, useful for fuel and cooking fat alike. The tree had one peculiar property. When burned, it makes a faint screaming noise. With a little dry ground to settle on in the swamp, a small hamlet has sprung up in an elevated copse of the blood palm. This proximity was practical enough for the villagers until an errant spark of a cook's hearth started a small fire. When would-be rescuers arrived, the screeching of the boiling palm oil could not be distinguished from the cries of the could-be survivors. Farmhands hacked down shed walls only to find a flaming sack of wood inside instead of the crying babe they thought they heard. The screams of a family went ignored because they were trapped in a cellar, presumed to have been nothing more than a burning pile of stored wood. Many more perished than typical for a fire of this size. I mean, I guess it did clear the land. Or tobacco. Ooh, hang on. Aw. Is tobacco better than ivory? Where's tobacco? No, it's not. I assume there's probably like events and such that makes it better, but right now it's not better. And a Highlands fight we're going to have here, which is very nice. The Jin Wars of Hegemony were a series of titanic genie conflicts that occurred thousands of years ago across Sarhal. A great Jin known only as the Grand Sultan allied with mercenary giants and marched his armies across the continent, ultimately subjugating all to his will. Upon his victory, he traveled to the center of the continent and conducted a final ritual which would solidify his power once and for all. This ritual was a success, but in the process he unmade his own existence, and the great empire he built collapsed. The 303rd Empire was ruled by a great and powerful lizard folk mage. He subjugated all the other lizard folk nations, helped in part by an alliance with giants. At the Great War's conclusion, he went to a spire in Zerat and conducted a great ritual to crown himself emperor over all empires for eternity. The ritual backfired, and his existence was unmade. Some of you may have noticed the similarities between the two stories. The Jin Wars of Hegemony existed across multiple cultures. It's a story told by precursor elves and humans. It exists in the records of giants and genies. The record of the 303rd Empire only exists in lizard folk stories. One might think that perhaps a past lizard folk scholar perhaps mistook a text on the Jin Wars of Hegemony as a record of lizard folk empires. If one was a doubter of the prophecy, that is. No. My doubtiness has gone up. Admin efficiency is great, so we'll take that. We're now at 28%. Absolutely beautiful. Also, yo, actually, we can make so much absolutism right now. 89? Goddamn, like... $94 max? That's crazy high, actually. So yeah, Aramul's gonna get a bunch of land, but I'm taking Gamyi, so... Complaints about an official... Can't believe it. Can't believe it. Shocking. Oh, he's sieging me too. Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. Gain manpower... No, I don't like gnolls. Gnolls suck ass. The next tech we're gonna take... Could literally be anything. Probably... military. Alright, you siege that. I would like you to go back to my land and rest for a little while. You took a look at the mission tree file for my more in loop compared to regular. Also, some events, province, and country modifiers. The only thing that stood out was a reward for one mission, 100% for the next institution in loop versus 50% for feudalism. So my mod tech might just be pretty powerful. Wow, okay. We're gonna cap on Diplo again. What's my mercantilism at? Let's go to 20. Why not? Get some influential power holders. Where's my combat navy? There you are. So this guy, again, I want Gamyi, and I kind of want your cores back. Go kill him a bit more. Old power cost guy sounds like a vibe. And I think I'll take the next eco idea, even though... I mean, the next tech is GovCap, which is nice, but... Ooh, good fight here. -3 for them. Don't know why I had +1 for being on the terrain. Do I want to take the next Miltech early? I could wait until next year. Oh wait, is that my good general die? It fucking was. Of course my good general died. Why would he stay alive? That's crazy talk. Why did I even click that? There we go. Alright, kill you. Where are you at? You're all the way over there, going for a siege. Fair enough. I have a lot of money now, actually. Let's build another 50 of these. And that should get us above what we need. Also, let's build some soldiers' households, because why not? Peace offer from Xena, no. What's my peace offer from you? Oh, you're 87. We're pretty close. That's annoying. I mean, the longer I wait, the higher this gets. Can't do harsh. Actually, can I? No, no, I can't do harsh treatment. There's no one needing that. Oh, I kind of went a little bit past the mark. Whoops. Let's get manpower modifier there. That's kind of nice. I've got call for peace. I don't like it. I barely sieged anything. Just need to get this guy to give me what I want, and then I think I'm happy to peace out. That was nice. Make sure I siege Gamyi as well. How much is it for Lathkunga blah blah blah? 10%. Okay, so we're 2% away. We're getting there. Good to produce modifier. I like that. Also, I quite like extra disciplines. Better than that. All of these are kind of bad. Just do those two. And I have new canoons. Howitzer better. Oh, it also means that we can turn on Orderman Proviso now. Dev cost and extra goods produced modifier. And we're halfway towards the legitimation of power. Alright, anyway. Piece you out, maybe? Yes! I fucking said... Wait. Oh. Yeah, there we go. That's... Look, I mean... It's what I want. Now it's only 96. I don't know how my thing here went up so much, but it fucking did. And I get what I want. Nice. Then I guess we just continue sieging until I can take some land from you as well. I don't know. I'll just take as much as I can. There's also a Pearl's Edge war that I, of course, need to be doing. My Emperor's reputation. I don't care about aggressive expansion at this point. I don't care about Liberty Desire at this point. Once again, you have a horrible battle. Holy balls, look at that influence. It's just a generic event, I don't really care. Oh, mission fulfilled. The Artiketsi Empire. This is the one with the ships. The 300th Empire was a naval-based empire. Its capital was located on the island with the Artiketsi Spire, the very same spire that now is half submerged into the sea. It wasn't that long ago that it stood proud on that island, entirely above sea level, but the island was sunk in the wake by the deep devils during the onslaught, where the creatures from the deep ocean rose up to attack coastal settlements, not just across Tanias, but as far north as the Dragon Coast in Canor and into the Divanol. Ever since the Arskitsi Empire collapsed, many lizard folk have not dared to sail out further than the Favanosi. So many islands once inhabited by lizard folk were left for ruin in this time. Countless fear of the deep ocean rule our senses. We are to the final empire. We'll rule the islands once again. So I gain 100 years of a colonist and settler increase. I gain permanent claims on fucking whatever those places are. Increase faith in the prophecy as well. Nice. Wait, what is my current level of prophesizing? Admin efficiency 5. And this is now going to be admin efficiency 10. Sick. So this is going into here. I need to own a Rokalin. Fuck me. I need one province in Khatalshya region of mountains. Be 15 dev. And Old Karis and Throden Gokad. Wait, where? Oh, region. So one of these places, this. So you in a different, what's your region? So that's the Throden Gokad region, Khatalshya region, and what was the third one? Khatalshya, Ordu Keraz. Okay, this one here. So this province or this province. Well, you're already at 6, so you can have the honors. You can have local dev cost. As for Khatalshya, we got you at 5. You are at 7, 6, 6, and there was one more. 5. Okay, so the 7 wins. Then we've also got a coastal one in Thoden Gokad. So any one of these. I'm thinking the one with the spire. Not that it makes any difference whatsoever, actually. 8, 6, 5, 6, but it's not mine. 6, 5, 5, 10, not mine. 27. Why do you not count? Do you now count? You do now count. Fantastic. Okay. So you're at 78 war score. We can probably just piece you out for what I want here as well. Almost. Almost there. There it is. Nope, it's not yet. Is there a fight going on? There is a fight going on, and I'm losing it. Damn it! If I take back this siege, they all get stuck, so... Like the calling to the battlefields of the land, and a matter of duty and search for glory, the sea calls to many free spirits who care little for such things. Stories of sailing the oceans of the world and the past expeditions of the Khatalshya fleet are retold by old sailors as adventures, many of the great sights remembered, many of the great sacrifices forgotten. Is any wonder with such a legacy that the youth of Khatalshya yearn for the vastness of the sea? No, it's not. I'm not surprised. You want peace yet? You do, but now I kind of want to kill your army. For being a dick. Anyway, now we can have peace. I feel like we're going to be mad overextended now. Not anywhere near as much as I thought, to be fair. We do have a rebel problem. Not of our own making, though. Hey, Gideon, thank you very much for the Prime. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for 15 months now. Nice. Alright. Let us see about these, expansions. So, I'm gonna build a Mage's Doodad for the dev cost in all of these provinces. It's only the two. It's only these two that I need. What is this? Defensiveness? Not necessary. Oh, only one province and 90%? Ain't no way. One province 60%? Ain't no way. 7 is slightly too expensive. Would be cheaper if I had this as well. Are you weak enough that I can do this? No. They only have one province over here, don't they? They're allied with Pearl's Edge. You do have a fort. Oolongatonga. Actually, no. I was about to do imperialism, but that would be a terrible idea. I'm going for Oolongatonga. And I did just see the fact that we're up against Wex. So Wex is still the emperor. I guess they must rule. In this specific scenario, Wex does in fact rule. Good guy. We're just gonna go around spanking enemy fleets. It's gonna be great. Good timing. And you know what? Do another couple of these. Another 3 of these. Stop the coalitions from forming. Or, I guess, growing. We can also summon the diet again. Let's see what we have here. What does it want me to do? Build a star fort in this province right here. Easy peasy. What do I get out of this one? 100 mil points? So cheap. I am a big fan of the change they have to this. Westmerian flagship sunk. You fucked. Ain't no way you suck that bad. Shame the gnomes aren't a part of this as well. Do I want a half price guy? No, I'm good. Yeah, maybe the gnomes need to be taught a lesson at some point. My transports just took out a fucking heavy. It's kind of funny. Free stability, we will take that. But yeah, we'll be able to get 25 war score just from owning the, you know, occupying the war goal and letting that tick up. MP5 isn't terrible. 4-6, hello. Core all of the things. I suppose this is why I should have had some Marines. It's also... Oh yeah, the Great Merfolk Canal, we'll start building that one as well. Fuck it, just get that up to level 1. That means that we can now traverse, which is kind of based. Let's also upgrade the fort. There's probably a lot of forts that I should upgrade, right? I think that one should also be a fort. And so should that. And so should that. Yeah. Yeah. I remember when we were absolutely fucked from money, and now we're doing really, really well. I just started watching. Am I in Fantasy Central America? No, I'm in Fantasy Africa. If I do TI, I'll show you the world. This is Fantasy Egypt, so I guess we're like Fantasy. Fucking. I don't know. It kind of breaks down after you get out of like here. Namibia. Yeah, I suppose that works. Africa is one of the continents that doesn't like, or Sarhol, I should say, is one of the continents that doesn't like have a nice mirror. What do we want here? Tech cost and the advisor cost I still think is very, very good. How are you doing on Mage Tower? Not yet done. I have rebels somewhere. They're all the way up there. You haven't seen many people play yet. This place was, you know, very light on content for a very long time. It has recently gotten an update. Literally, the mission tree that I'm playing came out like 5 days ago. And it is quite good. I'm enjoying myself. Essentially, we are a race of lizard folk. Apparently, I died just immediately. I could never have a good ruler for any more than 5 minutes. It's unthinkable, unconscionable to even imagine. Yeah, we're a race of lizard folk, and our whole deal is there have been 332 empires of lizard folk before us, and we are the prophesized final empire. And holy shit, Wex has arrived with the reborn Lothane. Lothane Reborn is here. Did they march all the way from fucking Wex? What is this nonsense? You also need a fort. You've got ramparts but no fort? What is this? Yeah, anyway, we are the prophesized 333rd Empire. My commandant has died. Let's get Master Manpower guy. Look at this. Look at this Wex dude. Look at this West Ham dude. Although my transport fleet did get a little messed up. Do I want the tech? I mean, I do have a lot of things still to core. I suppose I'm fine. Still, cores first. Alright, let's see if my army of the 4-6 can beat their 2-7. Actually, I think probably yes. Overall, I have +1 point over him in the combat stats. Alright, fuck out of here, Wex. You don't belong in my jungle. Nice. Killed another West Ham fleet. I mean, we do have a -3. And we're still... don't actually think we're going to win. We're not going to win. It's the first time we fought the Canorians and it's a loss. It's kind of upsetting, actually. The 330th Empire's capital was Arskitzi, a great city that now rests underwater. The story goes that the Emperor conducted an arcane ritual out in the middle of the ocean, and in doing so angered residents of the deepest underwater trenches. These deep devils rose up and invaded not just Tanias, but the entire continent from Devonhall to Ardimia, in an event known as the Onslaught. These deep devils sank many of their island cities to the bottom of the sea. Lizard folk may be semi-aquatic, but they cannot live in an underwater city. Besides, after the monstrous creatures rose from the deep ocean, few lizard folk were keen to enter the waters again. The cities were abandoned, and with only the Arskitzi spire rising above the sea as a reminder of what was once there. Over 1,000 years later, these sunken cities were home to a new people, merfolk. Arskitzi is now their home, as many of the other sunken cities along the coast. Lizard folk have long cultural memories, so we have little trust in a species that emerged from the seas. But deep devils, the merfolk, are not. Instead, a new theory has emerged. Merfolk are ruin-born. Merfolk only appeared in Sarhol shortly after the Day of Ashen Skies in the year 1. Though at first glance their fishy scales and long tails instead of legs might lead you to consider otherwise, they do bear a general elf-like appearance, including distinctive pointed ears. The discovery of degenerated runeborn in Aelantir that have mutated far beyond what elves normally look like lends credence to this theory. This is a controversial topic in merfolk society. To them, merfolk are merfolk, and not some other race. Some have even been ostracized and kicked out of their homes for trying to debate the topic. Many of these runeborn ancestry believers have banded together and approached us recently asking for assistance. They wish to return to Aelantir and uncover the truth. Crossing the ocean as a merfolk is not feasible, but with the help of an above-sea ship, they could hitch a ride with us to Aelantir if we secure them a new home. Permanent claim on Turtleback Isle region. If we are subject control provinces in Aelantir in 5 years, we have 5 years. It spawned from minute encounters with blessed tailwinds or against vexing headwinds, each some manner of curious, unfortunate, or joyous. Breaking the surface barrier, each interaction earned a grain of trust, and now those minute grains from the very foundation of our relationship, from tourists to explorers to merchants to kings and diplomats, the merfolk nations seek further rapport with Khatalshya. The merfolk rose to meet us, and we accepted them as aquatic kin. Now we consider one another pledged allies, ready to weather storms that threaten either. So we now have merfolk settlements through the province interface. Okay, we gotta check this one out. So, here is... You have a merfolk settlement already? Yes. So, dev cost, trade value modifier, local ship cost. The province cost, governing cost goes up, the monthly autonomy is up. But that's kind of cool. And I can build 4 in each region. Did it cost me? Child cries out to its mother in amazement. Mother, mother! There's a town under the sea. Are you crazy? Stay away from there. That's a precursor ruin. No, Mom, it's real. Go look. The mother goes to the edge of the sea. Her eyes boggle. Not far from where the settlement on the coast ends and the ocean begins, there is indeed a town under the sea. The merfolk of the sea, having determined that Khatalshya is a suitable terrestrial neighbor, have decided to grace us with the underwater city right next to our hometown in Khatalshya. Nice. That's not bad. Not bad at all. I like that. So, I have claims on Turtleback Isle. I am at war with the Durain Trade Company. I need, for starters, they go there. They go to the bottom of the sea. And you go in the combat fleet. I need 2,000 ducks to upgrade all my ships. Okay, well, just don't then. Where's my combat fleet? There you are. So those transports go there. Those galleys go to the bottom of the sea. This ship goes there. And I need to break off three relatively healthy ships. And then you also dock. And then you continue to hunt for fleets. Alright, so you guys get one of those. And then you explore whatever this is called. South Ilias Lament Ocean, I assume. I am going to take a loan. But yeah, I'm at war with the people that own this land over here, so I'm kind of tempted to just kind of make this part of my peace deal. I can now get there, after all. You go collect this friendly navy. After I murder this one. Get sunk. Still enough. Those guys can just repair. Alright, congratulations, Psychar Stargazer. You are going to invade the Durain Trade Company. Oh, the Sunken Spire I can upgrade as well. Great Merfolk. Do I want to upgrade this yet? I don't think so. But Adgur, you've built that. Also build... just regular temple, I don't really care. And you also build N temple. And we're also going to do universities as well. So is this Turtleback Isle? That's Anbennar. But I do have perma claims on it. I'm at war with all of that as well. Oh, shit, my vassals beat Wex? Should have been me. Should have been me. I could have done it. Could have been me. Could have been me. You never know. The Queekagamia gives missionary strength. It's kind of it's fine. Nothing wrong with it. The 250th Empire is possibly the most mysterious empire of them all. Its texts speak of lands not known to exist anywhere on this earth. It speaks of darkness, death, hooded robed figures in red, white castles floating in the distance, occasional fields of red flowers, and streams of souls. Scholars have debated the true location of this empire for centuries, but the most common and widely agreed upon explanation is that this empire exists in the Shadow Plane. Corroborating this theory is the legend of the 239th Empire, which was banished to the Shadow Plane after its emperor attempted to make a deal with Silat, a genie from the Shadow Plane. The messages found from the 250th Empire were likely a cry for help from the lizard folk locked in the plane of shadow. It's all well and good, but it raises the awkward question. Should they count if they're not even on this plane of existence? According to cosmological theory of planes, there are countless numbers of planes, all of which could potentially contain other lost lizard folk civilizations. If we don't know of them, then our count could be wildly off. What of lands outside of Halan itself? We could be the 3,333rd Empire for all we know. True. That does mean I can take less land again, which is awkward. You need to take this so I can dock. Or do I just go dock anyway? Yeah, let's go dock anyway. Great timing. Oh shit, Booslar has arrived. With a relatively decent-sized force. Corvuria, white peace. That seems fine to me. You think there's some Vern adventure? I mean, there's Vern down here. Oh, shit. We found their army. And we will go and take the rest of your troops' lives. Nice. Okay, time to return. Where is my Discover fleet? What is this? What are these three dudes doing? Why do I have three? I remember there was some. Every time I did something, I gained three Marines, but I forget what that something is or was. Can I steal maps from the Canorians? I suppose, yeah. Where is it? There it is. Oh, General died. You'll do. Give it another month tick. Another successful naval conflict. We are technically out of ships, though. Out of sailors. Oh. Oh yeah, we reinforce that. Do I not even get there in time? Jesus. That's bad. And he gets a reinforcement tick as well. Oh, Booslar's doing really well. It's very scary. We're 24 war score now. And get onto this island as well. And these up here. And there's something going on up there. I do think I want to take that. This is tempting, but I won't. What do I do with my mill points instead? Is there any... No rebels. More dev. Actually, I know I need to dev these. Just leave it like that for now, and then start building the universities. We'll dev it properly when we can. No, don't run, you fuck. Peace offer from the Durain Trade Company. They cede 4 provinces to me. Tebadria. How many provinces do you have? 5. No, more. But yeah, that seems like a vibe. The Severed Isles. Arthakel, Nuralizna. I don't know where those places are. Yeah, I'll do it myself, thanks. I mean, that's a separate piece, and that works for me. Hell yeah. Down to this island as well. We need to defeat this fucking Busalari stack of twatness. Yeah, get on that fort. I'll beat you there. Alright, now you lose. Oh, and stack wiped as well. Beautiful. Beautiful. Busla wants a white piece. Not happening, brother. 5 war score. That's his land up there as well. Maybe I do want some Marines. I can't afford them. I don't have any manpower for them. Any sailorage. Who else is in this war that I want? West Ham. You won't give me anything, so you're going to be pieced out with the main war. These aren't the Turtle Isles, are they? These are. Where were those 3 ships? Oh, they're still... Okay, so this ocean's pretty big then. Someone was planning a naval invasion. Disgusting. Core mage died. Have another one, but give it a month tick. Oh, he's back. There we go. That's what I want. Halfling's gift. I'll take the money this time. Oh, he's sieging so fast. 6 days? Why does he get to use butterflies on me? Why does he get to use butterflies on me? Hey, National Bank. I don't get it, I don't like it, and I don't get it, and I don't want it, and I don't like it. Hey, the university's finished. Okay. Mission complete. No. You need a workshop. Die. Even with 6-day siege ticks, they still didn't manage to do anything. Really? You have a return province? Too slow. Alright. If I was to peace out right now, Ugh, we're not getting much, are we? Like, that would be my peace deal. Ideally, this would be my peace deal. But we're so far away from that. I don't care about this yet. We do have Max. You'd probably be the best for invading. Sure, we'll go and invade this province. Purely because it's specifically Pearl's Edge land. I don't think anything else here is. Harsh treatment cost there is a good one. Although, corporation cost, I'm about to take a bunch of land. The Mercanal is 1,000 again. How are you doing? Alright. See what this gets us to. There's no change. They have a spire. It's a short, thick, stumpy spire. Right, you can just sail right past me. That's fun. Mission complete. The Thraxis is the highest and most important of all the Azerizi. It's accompanied to the lizard folk ever since the Second Empire, when it helped this civilization recover from the ruin of the First Empire. Its importance is best exemplified by its presence on our flag, representing eternity. Yet the last time anyone spoke with or heard from the Thraxis was thousands of years ago during the 318th Empire, and all it did then was bless a local Chokan ranch. Some scholars of the 333 empires theorize that the Thraxis was killed during the Green Blight, a terrible period when dragons and draconic creatures roamed Tanias. The truth of the matter lies in the stars. The Thraxis is not one being, but a collective of smaller Thraxi. Arazari made up of stars. The Thraxi appear and disappear according to the patterns of these stars. Each tribe typically associates themselves with one star pattern, and by extension, one Thraxi. If we can learn how to track the stars, we can track the Thraxi and eventually summon the Thraxis itself. The only problem is looking at the stars for too long can cause issues. So I get a bunch of universities, -1 tech cost, or -3 I guess I'm getting. And in 5 years, another mission or a thing happens. It can only be done during December, True Frost. Province modifier Thraxis Laboratory has been expanded twice. Out of curiosity, are you a Thraxis? Observatory, yeah, I have to dev you again. None of this is going to help with dev. We have to dev it to 30. One factor that the sculptors of belief always point to in arguing their views is the imperial cities that spread across Tanias. The majesty of their architecture, the size of the population, centrality to lizard folk, trade and governance are all the proof they need of the continued influence and powerful legacy of the 332nd Empire. If what they constructed was so poor, why do people still continue to flock to these centers to live and work there? Why do the sculptors of fate not build something of their own? It appears that such criticism has been taken to heart as the new city has risen to great prominence, even eclipsing many of the imperial cities. Its origins do not lie in the ancient 332nd Empire, but in the modern reality of Tanias, not built on the bones of the old, but instead being built from the ground up as something fresh and new. This has impressed many lizard folk who have heard of or even visited the new metropolis, and now see the sculptors of fate, whose believers were the main drivers behind the new city, as being correct in their belief on the practice of Anzelkatsa. We're dominating the Clash of Schools, yay! And then we need to do that. Is it just one that I needed? Okay, it is just the one. I need to cast a version of the scrying spell and get or do artificer stuff. I can't do artificers yet. But I can do scrying. we land yet? No. Now I did, and now this fleet can die. Okay, I wonder if any of the other... Like, Wex, I don't want anything from you. You don't want peace. Great Ording, no. Auburn, no. Napes Bay, no. Tamarin, Napes Bay. Why does it keep scrolling me back up? Like... That'll do the trick. We're at 30% now. Oh, hello, fleet. There's another fleet there, but... Get rid of this Westamarian. Oh, fuck's sake. Hey, capture the flagship. Nice. And you finished exploring. So now I want you to explore whatever this is. Which I don't know what that is. I don't think it's either of these. Half's Coast goes up here. Maybe wait until this finishes coring, which is almost done, and then we get extended range. And Busolar. I will steal a map. Whatever this is. What is this? What would it be? Southeast Alien Tier Coast? Southeast Alien Tier C would be Turtleback Isle. West Salad Coast is up here, is this, right? Alright, let's try this again. Steal maps. Down a cow? I assume that's that. Okay, down a cow's that. Goal is that. Kubaki is that. North Uleos Limit Ocean is probably this. Worth doing. It's still worth doing. This one. West Salad Coast is this. West Salad is probably some... Oh wait, this Far Salad. West Salad is like... I don't know, something that I don't want. Turtleback Isle I can do. Good, because that's what I want to do, because I want to go and attack, like, Drake's Guard or something. Motherfuck. West Ham, no white piece. Gisden, white piece. Arboran, white piece. Because that's this guy. Napes Bay, white piece. Come on, give me what I need. I now have a core on this as well. Defectors, let's go. Does that make it cheaper? No, of course not. We could do without these islands, I guess. But I can't go any lower than 35. Oh yeah, I don't need to dev these anymore, so we can turn off the edicts. South Eos Lament I already did. He's just getting repaired before he goes. It's fine. Come on, it's 4% away, man. It's crazy. Max Absolutism plus 10 seems reasonable. Yeah, it's got that max absolutism. Go from 94 to 104, which is very helpful. And as well, if I was to just try and, you know, hash treatment. I definitely can't hash treatment that one, but I can do it on there. I can do it there. Still expensive, but, you know, worth it. Also, summon a diet. You want me to have training fields? And I get Serpent's Eye, so I'll replace this with a better trait. Hopefully it's not just the same but opposite, because fertility is kind of shit. Right, and where is that place? You want a training fields. Works for me. Seriously, 34 you still won't accept? That's crazy. Yeah, but Femoren is now abandoning you, as is BPEC, as is Great Ording. Wex? West Ham, no. Alright, I'm at war with everyone I need to be, except Wex. Get wiped, West Ham. Give me my fucking land! I haven't discovered X-Wiz yet. It's crazy how it's like 5 reasons away. But yeah, if I was to get this higher, then we'd be fine. Yeah, unfortunately, cannot piece West Ham out because I need that territory. Got excited there. $4 ducats, goddamn. That is very much worth it. Eventually, they're gonna, you know, give up. Eventually. Oh, there's X-Ways. He's back again. You also got a War Wizard? No, you're just good. Jesus, Maybe if I siege this back, then we'll be fine. Serpent's Eye, let's go. No longer infertile. Will either be martial, educator, strict, tactical genius, bullfighter, or inspiring leader. Yo! Fucking... we got the worst one of those. Now it's only 33! It's getting there, I guess. Do I get butterflies? Do I seriously have a butterflies province modifier on all of my sieges? Like, all of my provinces have butterflies? No. But this one does. Like, I don't get it. I don't get why that is the case. Why are you the way that you are? Alright, well, he's now trapped in here. Probably can't even see where he's going either, to be honest. Yeah, it looks like he's taking forever to move. It's been 5 years. Okay, now he's moving fast for some reason. Miracle of Life. Nice. Have I made an enemy of the mighty monarch? I mean, it looks like it. But no, they came from space. They're space butterflies. And eventually wiped as soon as he actually arrives. There we go. Now we're that's 35 war score. Now you give me what I want. Will you give me any more? No. 35 is the... What about... No. 35 war score is the max. No. Well, if I can take in this then. It only cost me 415,000 troops. Very nice, very nice, very nice. We'll core the rest. Unfortunately, that was kind of painful. Where is my... Okay, my navy guy's here. I would like to attack Hexways, which means we're back at war with Wex. Oh, and Laurent. To be fair, though, on good folk. Maybe if my boats were... Punctured coast? Yeah, it works. I don't know where that was. Don't care. Either way, I'm attacking X-Wes for Topra Krypra in 30 days. I mean, it just means I can get the thing. The war goal very easily. Our current working theory is that the first Lizardfolk Empire did not attempt to populate entire new worlds, but instead take a corner of them and make the region their homeland, as we've done in Tenias. Still, what area of land we control in these worlds is very small. We need new bodies acclimatized to these worlds, ones for whom these worlds have always been their home. In the Lizardfolk language, call this feeling rak, the feeling of belonging where you live. The best way to do this is to have Lizardfolk eggs hatch on these new worlds. The smallest eggs of a clutch have historically rarely been allowed to hatch in Lizardfolk society. Only a very wealthy would keep the smallest of the litter. But we are a wealthy nation now, and one with a dire need for new Lizardfolk to populate the entire new planets. Send those eggs to the space colonies and allow them to thrive away from their larger siblings here on Halan. Ramutha gets space colony manpower 1 until the end of the game, giving more manpower. Okay. Good for them, I guess. Oh, I could take this. Bye, Boosla. Enjoy the walk home. I also will upgrade you because it's necessary. I can't walk there unless you give access. You are giving access. Okay. I don't need as much, unless you count the, you know, the tail of the whatever, so maybe we're a bit more well off here. It's spreading slowly. Is this a province? It is, okay. And then we'll go... not colonize, occupy the other one as well. Don't worry, merfolk, I'm getting you a home. Nice, he's giving me access. Oh, I forgot I had 2 fucking 48k stacks here. I'm gonna get capped on monarch points again. Oh, I would love if I could just get my capital. Maybe just do a little bit of deving. Just a smudge deving. Just a little bit. There we go. And then I've got enough for this. No, I don't. Fuck. Anywhere close. $85 in Yasa. Now it's enough. You've got to be shitting me. %. So encourage development. Do that. Can't do that while at war. And it's present, which means it's just going to cost me 10,000. Hey, look, I have 10,000. Which means I can do that, and we can do that. And we have the Age of Artificery. Oh, boy. Do we like mages? Not really here. The mages aren't really a thing that we do too much with. Yeah, I'm going to go Artificers, not mages. I like it. My court mage immediately dies, naturally. You. And I know he didn't die. He got sacked for being a mage. I'm aware. Alright, so I'm going to go, obviously, with the Brillites as per usual. Start doing some research. Spark Drive seems good. Morale damage for all my troops, yeah. Bye-bye to the one tower in Shalazar. Did I fuck up? Where's Shalazar? No, we're good. We're still good. Ruler must be powerful mage, powerful plane touched, or your nation must have unlocked Artificery. We can now get it. Artificery is totally viable here. Get sunk. Get sunk. Anyone else wandering around? You, sir, need this guy. How are you doing? You're almost done. Very nice. Here, have this. Get it done a bit faster. About a bit of Laurent murder. We all like that. Laurent's got some pretty good troops, apparently. Oh, wow. What is going on with you? Tech 20, you got offensive and defensive and quality. I'm pretty sure that's illegal. Excuse me, sir, that's illegal. That's, illegal. Did you have a good general? No, he had a 5-1, and I had a 1-4. I mean, I suppose. Oh yeah, also a new artificer estate. What we'll do is... I don't want to do anything that changes absolutism much. Force limit fraction is good. This one will be good as well, but I don't have the money. That's only going to get worse, so maybe I take some loans. Forgot about that. Gov cap is always nice. Mage Bane is free. Army's New Warfare is great. I don't need this. I got enough money to buy troops. Pay off my debt again. Before Anzelkatsa, the primary Lizfolk faith was a mixture of worship of the Arizari and belief in the creator gods. Both Arizari and the gods were symbolized in the stars. The proof of this was attempting to discern the movements of the stars would afflict not just the observer, but everyone in the village with a sort of sickness. Across Halan, this is known as astral terror, a madness. It's an madness. Makes perfect sense to me. That occurs whenever one studies the night sky for too long. In our hubris, we believe the final empire will be immune to this ailment. That we could examine the movements and constellations and summon the Thraxis back to Tanias to tell it of our accomplishments. This was not the case. The observatories in Khatalshya and Odu Keras have been destroyed, torn down by their own occupants, driven mad by the skies, speaking of something that was watching them back. Not the Thraxis, though. Something else. Something always out of your field of view. Something watching us. Yet that did not occur to those at the Island Observatory. Instead of gazing through a telescope, they looked at the sea itself, using its reflection to gaze at the stars. The idea that this would solve astral terror was mocked. After all, telescopes are to use reflections, as they're simply a series of lenses and mirrors. Perhaps it was not the reflections that saved us, but the Arizari in the water? Whatever the reason, it must be studied further. For true breakthroughs have been made following the movement of the stars, the patterns of the Thraxi, and the possible method by which we can summon the Thraxis. The Arizari of Eternity meets the Eternal Empire. We are so close. So I lose Thraxis Observatory, lose a bit of dev, whatever. Khatalshya gets the Thraxis Laboratory now. Dev cost minus 50 in Khatalshya. Holy. Very nice. And we have total faith in the prophecy. Total faith. Minus 50 dev cost is wild. I don't even have the stuff I should have. I'm going to build a university as soon as this is done. So I need to unlock the view catcher. Good with the merfolk settlement I put in Khatalshya. Yeah, true. Alright, build one of them. Oh yeah, I've got the canal now. Let's go. Now you're fucked. Too slow, bitch. I have a better general. Give him the 4-6. Where's Where's that rebellion? Ew. Not exactly the Suez Canal, but it'll do. It's definitely more of a It feels a bit more of a Panama than a Suez, to be perfectly honest, with its location. This feels like more of a Panama. A Suez Canal would have to be like a canal that goes from the Salahad Gate area to Harabad and then to Ergulagnu. That's kind of, but a bit too long though. The admin points, I'll take those. Losing a little bit of money, but we'll be fine. Unseelie challenges. Based? This is more content that I didn't know existed. Oh, excuse me. Wait, did somebody went and de-sieged all my shit? That's not fair. I spent so much time. Yeah, now I can upgrade the Shalazar one. The mystery of the Shalazar spire will be revealed. I kind of want to know what it is, so we'll throw a bunch in there. My national bank immediately in trouble. How lovely. It started with a deep rumble. After many failed experiments to uncover the truth of the Shalazar spire, something had clearly changed with the latest attempt. The spire itself seemed to be shifting, shimmering in the sunlight, as though it was struggling to remain tangible. One face of the spire began to fade out of existence, behind it revealing secrets of ancient writing that began to warp into legible script in front of the shocked crowd. Many thanks for unknowingly lending me your sacred spire. You may retrieve it from its current location in the plane of Earth. What the fuck, Earth? Earth? No, why Earth? Though I doubt even your kind can morph into something that can withstand its pressures. I hope you enjoy the replica in the meantime. As the lettering faded away, the colossal spire started to twist and bend in unnatural ways. Sections of the structure faded in and out of vision, creaking and groaning as parts gave way underneath them. Finally, with excruciatingly loud groan, the entire spire gave way. The entire structure began to topple down towards the city of Shalazar, and the people braced for the worst, but the blocks disappeared before hitting the ground, avoiding any destruction on the city. For a moment, the entire city breathed a sigh of relief, and then the true nightmare began. Where the spire once stood, a giant spinning portal swirled slowly. Strange creatures began to crawl and fly out of its maw. Earth elementals, gigantic husks made of tar and coal. Although the elementals' invasion through the portal subsided within hours, it took weeks for the last of them to stop waging destruction across Odu Keras. Destroys the Great Project, changes the development of the monument of the Gate of Earth by 1. Bruh. I like that. Coal be produced as well. Okay, I like this. That's good. Mission! Oh, the Gate of Earth has been unveiled. There we go. Examination of Kus and Ziani has revealed wonders beyond our wildest imaginations. But what of the Spire of Shalazar? What of Kantakantesh? Could it not hold similar wonders? Our mages have wished to examine the Spire in more depth for centuries. But what few examinations have been conducted in the past have unearthed little. The Spire's inner workings are inscrutable. This was not a worry in the past, but after we discovered the true purpose of the Spire of Zarat, engineers and mages have been examining Kantakesh with greater scrutiny, attempting to make sense of its mysteries. We should give them full authority to study the Spire. I'm sure they will not be so foolish as to blow up the Spire, as the Cardassian Empire did to the Spire in Ashazwal many centuries ago. Real. Let's go. 200 of each work point. Based. Hello? Alright, I need to own all of this. Good, there's only one country to fight. I'm glad they're too afraid to come fight us as well, that's good. It's very good. Did that rebuild the Spire? I mean, I am currently rebuilding the Gate of Earth. A little bit different, though. Am I over my force limit? No, I'm not. Good. Hey, Queen Saber. 333 supremacy indeed. So we know we have X-Wessers on this island somewhere with me. I assume they're all hiding out over there. The 277th Empire knew the prophecy of the 333rd Empire, yet it seemed so distant, as most empires last at least 100 years. They sought guidance from a powerful Arizari, who advised them to repeatedly change themselves so each change would result in the birth of a new empire, in turn bringing them closer to the prophesied final empire. To achieve this, they collapsed and rebirthed themselves over and over and over again in a period of accelerationist madness. They got as far as the 295th Empire before the instability of repeated crashes meant they could not rebuild themselves again. A compelling tale, certainly, but one so riddled with logical holes that even a hatchling could tear it apart. What constitutes a new empire? Could an empire simply announce the end of their old empire and the next day rebirth of a new one to bring about the eventual final prophesized empire? Could not the 332nd Empire in Zarat have said they were a new empire after the Ashana blood curse snapped their empire in two, as was done with multiple other empires through history? Is the entire concept of a new empire simply the will of the Naga and attempting to use logic to pass their reasoning as futile? Damn it, I lost faith again. You're a dev for Sarhol, not 333, but it was amazing watching Scamp and everyone else work on the Final Empire. Which one did you make then? I have plans for lots and lots of different tags. At some point, I'm sure I'll get around to something you've made, or maybe I already have, I'm not sure. But I'm really enjoying 333. The writing in it is very cool. I think it's kind of a genius stroke to have like these. Oh, you've basically got 332 events that you can add to just tell me about all the previous empires. Like, obviously, we just saw one where one empire did like 20 empires in one go, but like it gives you so much like potential for lore, and you know I'm a big lore fan, so that works for me. Oh, so he's escaped into there. We'll take that. There's your fleet. I would love to have vision on whatever the frick this is. Steel maps. Southeast alien to your coast, I imagine? I imagine correctly. Alright, get fucked, nerd. We don't have an admiral. Oh, wow. 66 combat width. It's a good job your ships are worse than mine. Bloody harpies. Ooh! Space Colony Taxation 1 until the end of the game. Yes, have yearly tax income. That works. There's no way you're faster getting to there than I am. That's crazy. Wait until he's locked. Surely we can get here now. As long as he doesn't retreat. Yeah, okay, this works. You made a mission. Oh, Mangi. Ah, I've heard lots about that. It's in Madriamilak. Wait, am I thinking of something else? Wait, I've heard of Mengi. What is Mengi? It's about farming, weather, and centralizing the state to not be under those pesky nobles. Story about one man, Ayufar II. Mengi is the canonical winner of the area due to the reforms made by Ayufar. Very cool. So who do I start with here for that then? So it was Telexame. They form Mengi. Which one is it for Mengi? Or do they... Oh, wait, no, there they are. Nice. I'll check them out. Sounds fun. Madriamilak is what it's called in lore. Got it. Right, you just got stack wiped. That's good. We now have 2 forces here that we can go and ruin the day of these Laurentish folks. Some extra troops coming in as well. We're capped on admin points. Let me just do something stupid. Like that. Oh, nice. Get stack whipped. And you can now explore whatever. I don't really care. I really wish there was a way to automate that. Exploration is not my favorite part of the game. How about we go and land on your main area? Rocked up to the wrong party. So yeah, I also need to figure out what it is I want to take from this war then. Because taking a bit of Laurentish land wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. But obviously I want that island from Exwez. I want that. And I want their turtle island. Like, that's the bare minimum. And we're basically almost there. Half-price trader sounds like a vibe. I think it's you. Wow, you're cheap. 5 ducats for a tier 5? Hell yeah. you can just dock for now. Alright, we'll leave you at it. Madri Malak is what Yetef Sefi Deberin in the region that Neleni is in is called in lore. Okay. I was unaware. You can go down, take care of that. I'm capped on mill points as well. How about a bit of harsh treatment? Probably could have harsh treatment of them as well if I'd noticed. Is there any way that I can colonize? No. I can't catch this fleet. Yeah, I can. Hell yeah. Nice. Give you that guy back again so we can catch this fleet again and kill it again. I bet they're just retreating here, aren't they? Yeah, they are. Okay. There's 3 transports there. Get up here. You're going to get these guys. You can have that turned off now, and so can you. And apparently so can... Oh, I did the wrong one again. That's all right. Yeah, I was asking earlier in the Anbennar Discord when the Vic 3 mod comes out, because while I am still historically a mad fucking hater of Vic 3, I am gonna try the Anbennar Vic 3 mod, because, you know, if anything can make Vic 3 worth playing, it would be Anbennar. Do I have any questions about 333? Right now, not so much. About Sherlock Mangi and the Mangi, I don't know enough to, like, start asking questions. I don't have too much, like, context. I'm gonna have to take a look at them. Anything else in Sarhall? God, you put me on the spot now. I haven't prepared a question list. I don't know. Scamp was in here the last time I streamed this campaign. He's cool. Alright, kill one of them. One of those stacks. Yeah, Scamp was very helpful. Right. These... Why are they not on low enthusiasm yet? How close are you? You're at 5. I am going to win that battle, thankfully. I do have enough to steal maps of East Ephelai. And the Dry Coast as well. So you are not going to be retreating or running away from me too much. I'm also at war with the Drain Trade Company. Alright, I remember that. Let's go back up there. Oh, that's annoying. You don't have an official release date? Yeah, I saw that. But if you recall correctly, it's going to be August. That is cool. Didn't realize it was going to be quite so soon. I mean, again, it still might not be, not official yet. But yeah, I'm going to give it a try, because why not, you know? If I don't take this, how much of Laurentish land can I take? You know, that's a vibe. That's a vibe. Sorry, it's fine. It's fine. I say everyone should be excited to talk about the things that they've been working on. Like that's what you want, right? Oh no, my sheeps. You need to go dock. You're not gonna live. And I need to do a bit of deving. Good enough. Good enough. Good enough. Gain 2 corruption is fine. While we have successfully managed to keep the truth from the rest of the core, it's only a question of time until it gets out and we do so. Oh. Yeah, my wife is sleeping around. Fun. You've got rebels. Alright, so Denaraj is my only valid rival. They're weak. Be nice to wipe out Badabi, so I don't have to, you know, travel around them anymore. Do you have any friends? You don't. Imperial. Oh, you've got Kazriga, which is perfect for me anyway. If we can get rid of all of Badabi, then Vern is the next target. Because I also want to finish this. If I get rid of the weakest ships... Oh, they're all pretty shitty, actually. But this will give me some sailors. Which will be able to be used to repair the other ships. Thinking with portals. I really need more sailors. Hey, the theory that merfolk are runeborn has grown amongst merfolk society, although in doing so it's only triggered yet more blowback. Merfolk societies are typically not eager to share any internal struggles with those above land, but we've gathered that there are entire villages worth of merfolk ready to leave for fear of persecution for their belief in the runeborn theory. With our new holdings in Aitlandir, we are ready to give them a new home. Oh, great, in the province that has rebels. But, you know, that's cool. That is very cool. I think I sink if I try and collect those troops right now. So let's not. Technically, you can play it right now. Yeah, I'm aware, I'm aware. I'm gonna have to ask if I can get some DLC from my contacts. Let's have you protect trade. Am I collecting here? Recall merchant. Yeah, I am collecting here. I've only got 37%. So if I can get these boats working, get that 37% more in my favor, then we're going to be happy. We're losing a tiny bit because we're rooting out corruption at 60 ducats a month. I mean, that's certainly a vibe. Not the correct vibe, but a vibe nonetheless. Alright, let us... If I do this, I lose this, so we won't. But what I will do... Oh, it's more research, of course, because I got spark drives now. Box of holding, whatever. I'll pay off the fat loan. Hey, I like Architectural Visionary. It is a very good modifier. Actually, my ruler right now is really good. The Scholar is awesome. You take that now, then we can go and just murder that. You know what I should do as well? If you are not full stated yet, state it. Also, as soon as we are out of this war, I need to lower autonomy in a bunch of places. Quick TLDR on Madrimalak the Mangi then, if you wish. It's based on IRL Ethiopia. Dominant religion is Sky Domain, focus on worshipping the Amilak, the god of the skies. The priests there are mostly made up of magic users, and control the weather to make the region better for farming. Hang on, that is Sky Domain here. That's these guys. Oh, that's more words that I'm going to have trouble pronouncing. Samayi Gera, or Sky Domain in common, is the dominant faith of the Mangi people. Soul and reverence is the god Amalak, who the Mangi believe to be lord of the skies and bringer of rain. Shrines and monasteries dedicated to Amalak found all across Mangi lands, and great temples are raised in the cities that open to the skies, where rain priests and cloud mages work to gather the rains to the people. Alongside Amalak, the Mangi also recognize various godkin who are believed to be the gods of other peoples, and Urulak, Amalak's dark twin. Where Amalak rules the lands of the Mangi, the lands of the Yezelmora are Urulak's domain. Once a verdant land, now rented to the hags via a dark bargain made during the Day of Ashen Skies, in exchange for vile trinkets and baubles. Cool. So these guys are the opposites. I mean, not anymore, because it's all Khatalshya now. And then there's Beast Memory, and then... Actually, which one's the one that does the genies? Oh, genie cults. That makes sense. Yeah. I want to try a genie cult one. All the nations there are descended from warlords and claim to be descendants of the human empire, Melakamengi, who was openly ruled by a dragon. Which dragon? Until he was killed by the Dame's-Tier dragon. I knew that because this is where he died. Wait, the Dame's-Tier dragon was summoned by the hags? I did not know that. Didn't know that one. Wasn't Dame's-Tier dragon killed by either Castellos or maybe it was Arquette? I think it was was it Castellos that killed the Dame's-Tier dragon? Because whoever it was died with them. Right? It was... No, because it can't have been Castellos then. Whoever killed the Dame's-Tier dragon, if I remember rightly, also died during that fight. I don't know. You're a dev. You have probably a better memory for this than me. If I super piece, can I take that? I can. Very nice. Why is it faster to go there than just there? Two dragons killed each other. Yeah, I just can't remember which one the other dragon is. Xenidir. Not gonna lie, that one does not ring any bells. Queen Saber just said it was the dragon ruler of Mangi. Right. But did they... I know they died. But, like, with dragons, you gotta understand, the dragons may have names, they may have places they rule, but they also, always, invariably, have a type. So there's the Dames tier dragon, there is the Bronze dragon, there is White dragon, there is Blue dragon, there is Gold dragon, like, all of the dragons have colors. Xenodir is the genie experiment dragon. I have no fucking idea. That's cool. That's cool, I guess, but I have no idea what it is. Fair enough. Polyester dragon. Alright, let's piece these guys out now. I want to have, in essence, everything. Full annexation. Oh, look at that. Look at that name. Beautiful placement. I wonder, is there any space for a bit of... No, can't concentrate dev. Fair enough. The person who's working on the Mangi is a big language nerd, and so the language is complicated and has meaning. I have noticed I have been struggling more and more. It seems like language nerds are flexing muscles in more than just small areas. They're all over the place now. Give me a quick rundown on Xenodir for wish. Sure, why not? See, I don't know if you noticed, but I quite like dragons. It's kind of my vibe. It's just a shame that the dragon that I chose to base my personality on. No, I didn't choose. My favorite dragon is White Dragon, and that was before I knew that. And not Anbennar. That's before I knew that D&D made them just basically evil. But I mean, look at these guys. He's so cute. He's so cute. Look at him. Oh, he's so cute. I guess I could pretend that it's a silver dragon that I like. I guess that works. Oh shit, there is a place I can colonize. Space. Yeah, so we're coring as much as we can. So I can also start building a few artifacts. I can build 105 artifices. That's kind of nice. I don't really have the money for it right now. Vern is trying to do shit to me. I don't like that. Can I retrieve my boys now, actually? Because this has been cored. No, it's not. Space independence? What? Morale is 15%. Hell yeah, full Elan. Although it's but one gear crank inside of Zatsaria away from Halan, the distance between the space colonies and our homeland feels greater than that. Further than even Elantir does at times. There's a growing sense that those back in Tenias do not truly understand what it means to live on another world. Independence movements have even been growing on Ramutha. Although small, it'd be better to placate them before this niche political viewpoint becomes more widespread. I mean, have Liberty Desire, that's fine. Like, your Liberty Desire is 11. I think we're fine. I can easily... For 2 ducats, yeah, alright. So, Xenodir is the elemental dragon. He was experimented on by genies, so he has all the elemental powers. Don't have any official art of him yet, but he would probably have rainbow scales. That's cool. Once he broke out of his genie prison in 471, he conquered the Mangi land, created a Mangi identity and religion, and then ruled, naming the Shadow Swamp and the Hags as his enemy. Kind of base, not gonna lie. Big fan. You know what I would like to see? An undead dragon. One of my favorite pieces of art of a dragon is of an undead dragon. You know what? You can go there. I think we attack you like this. Panarka being what we want to get. And then we can just straight up march on your face. Because I don't think this brings in, like, Wex, does it? No, it doesn't. Because I attacked his colony, so it doesn't matter. Because Drake's Guard is not in the Empire. Internal migration, whatever. Malasma the Madagascar is a Dragon Lich. Oh, really? Magascour. Mage Scour. Fuck me. Because the Hags were his enemy, they were the ones that called the Dame's Tear dragon down to kill him. Cool. Yes, Tony said, I believe you have some lore of undead dragons. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Because I know where I shared it before. Well, that ain't it, but that is a fucking fire-ass dragon as well. Where is it? Where are you? I don't think I can find it. Not in a reasonable time frame, at least. Nice stack wipe. Alright. So there's this island as well. This island. And then there's this land over here, which of course we're going to want as well. There's Shadow Slayer here, Zenithir's wiki page. Who do I start as? I started as Rayaz. Actually, I might as well do a little bit of timeline, show what happens. It's hard to show exactly how I expanded because a lot of it was through vassals. So it looks like I did fuck all for a very long time, and then all of a sudden integrated a bunch of vassals all at once. But yeah, I assure you, I was growing quite a lot at this point. Trust. There we go. See, integrated vassals. It's all good. It's all good. It's fine. It's perfectly reasonable. Yeah, Harrigseda was doing massively well, and now all of that land is owned by the guy over here that's dark green. Like, I'm curious to see how this happened. Oh, you died to Pruklin first, then Wary came along, and then just started doing better and better and better, I guess. They even took the land outside there. Okay. Huh. Impressive. Hey, thank you for the link. I'll take a check out of that. And we're in 1666 now. Very cool. All right, let's have a gander at missions again. Still need to go and invade there. Thraxis. That's my Karshir province. Now we're good. I need to get the view catcher invention. That's basically it. Here, the Urkin Spire. I need to own all of the Zuzavazia area. Zuvaziva. That's Zuvavim. Is that what I'm looking for? Zuva. Where is it? No, that's not it. Oh, here it is. Zuvaziva. I own all but one! Alright, you need to die again. I'm close. I'm close. Gonna head out now. If you have any questions, I'm also community representative, so I'm in that special content creator chat. Nice! I will definitely be looking to find you when I look into this, for sure. But thank you very much. Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate it. Alright, so let's get this all sieged. What are you? Triunic. Wait a minute. Who in the balls are you? Oh, Treton. Okay, I thought it was Triunic, and I was like, wait, with the Lake Fetter here? What the fuck? But no, they're not. Alright, get all you guys there. I will say, I think the vassal stuff in the Rayaz ideas is a bit bait, because you form Khatalshya before you get to have, like, your 3 idea group picks. Like, I went admin influence because of the policy. And I was going to go court as well for the policy. But it's just not worth it. It just truly is not worth it. Because there's no vassal stuff in the Khatalshya ideas. I honestly, it is pure bait. Right, where are you going to invade? I could invade the Drakesgard land here. Wait, I own this? Severed Isles? Go me, I guess. Really? You let him skip past you? You go that way. You go that way. Oh, great fucking timing there. Good job, buddy. It feels like I'm falling behind when it comes to army quality. It was that we were doing great, and now it seems we are not. That's annoying. I wonder if can I get there in time? Probably not. Ew. Are you gonna go and trap yourself on that fucking island? Yes. The answer is yes. Right, give me a boat. Might as well get the whole gang. Alright, go back here again. Harsh treatment cost is absolutely the way to go. 146, that's mad expensive. Oh, actually, 89 is not bad. Honestly, fuck it. 86 abso now. Very cute. 254 is so bad. Either way, we can win that battle. Even though we're attacking into urban, which obviously sucks. Chances of losing this is vanishingly slim. And then they get stack wiped. Which is good for the war score. So, plan for this war. Mine, 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 mine. 21 ain't bad. Like, I could probably take this as well, but I'd have to go through Laurent again. It just feels like an ass thing to try and do. I need to cut down on the number of boats I have. We'll get that sieged, and then we'll see what the war score situation is like. If I should probably go and try and land on these. But I'm sure it's fine. Oh, new heavy ships coming up as well. Do I have any fat loans? Yeah, I do. Get rid of that. Yeah, we're not far away. We're at 15%. He's now low war enthusiasm. And another siege. That's surely it now. Or not. Bribes growing more accepted. Of course they are. Wait, why aren't you just getting on this fucking boat? Faster to land on neutral than it is to hostile land. Still have to go to war with a gnomish hierarchy as well, which is gonna suck. Alright, but there's the piece. Worth it. And there's still... Actually, I can do concentrate development there. That works. Yep, that's fine. Alright, core the rest. Extra 50 admin points going to come in handy. '27th. There we go. Get you to my turtle island. Please don't sink. Oh shit! I have a colonial nation. Haha. Oh, did I want one? I don't know. We need a better name than Khatalshya Lie Peninsula. I'm thinking something to do with like the 333 or Final Empire or whatever, but I don't know. What did you just got called something like Ramutha, space colony. I'm actually blanking. Usually when I want something better than what it offers, I will go to the first governor and name it after them. So Black Claw. We could just call it Black Claw's Colony. Also, apostrophe, because I do good Englishness. Black Claw's Colony, very nice, very nice. So did they get this land? No, that's mine still. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so there's just... I get an extra merchant from that as well then. That's kind of cool. And I can bring the trade home. Yo, actually, then that makes this a very tempting place to conquer. Makes more sense to conquer than before, for sure. Alright, who are you allied with anyway? Bandits carry. If I attack you, would they join? Yes. Who are you allied with? Banditskiri. Maybe I just attack you alone. Do I upgrade the ships? You can get sacked. I will delete another 10 transports as well. Anyway, enjoy your new colony things. Anyway, I'm going to give you some subsidies. Give them like 6 ducats a month. 10 ducats a month forever. I can afford it. It's fine. And then Mill Tech. Do I want to take it? Again, I could wait until the next year, if I recall, or if I remember well enough. Alright, at least I got my troops home. Most of them. Recover some troops and then we'll go in again, I think. This sunken one, what do you give again? Sailor's modifier actually could be kind of nice. Global trade efficiency could be nice as well, but I don't have 5,000. Capping on Diplo points. Box of holding invention, very nice. Come on, view catcher. There we go. Nice. That's exactly what I was looking for. Box of holding would be nice eventually. Whatever. Yeah, I don't need any of that. Spark drive is only good for artifacts, and we don't actually have any. I mean, I can build them. I just don't have the money really to afford them. Isn't this guy my vassal? Yeah, he is. So I got 48k troops. Maybe I'll grab myself another 48k. No rampage. Do not like that. Exterminate them. I'm about to take Miltex, so I'll take that 10% cheaper. Halfling's holding another festival. I can't afford the fat one. I've also read that event plenty of times before. Alright, I think we go in January. We take over Mazanossi. Do I still get innovativeness if it's on the first? Yes, I do. That's fucking wild. Okay. And I get new artilleries. Market mortar is obviously better. Alright, let's go in. Imperialize! You have no siege. Looks like my transport was in the water for some reason instead of in dock. But yeah, at some point I need to attack the gnomish hierarchy, which is going to be painful. I mean, I don't think it's going to be painful, but it's going to not be enjoyable. These are annoyingly well-placed forts. All my ships are so damaged. Fuck it, while we're here, repair them. Or upgrade them, sorry. Or upgrade whoever I had. 130 ships get upgraded. Sounds good. It's a lot of sailors. Alright, that's one siege down. That's two sieges down. I don't think we take those techs yet. I'm not getting innovativeness for it after all. I don't run a charity. God, it's taking you forever to do these. I assume my navy's probably still strong enough to, you know, kill these guys. Youth Stranding. Is this a Death Stranding meme? Anyway, a fisher screams from a beach hut window, berating a trio of snickering kids lying on her sun-drying tops. An annoyed city Oh wait, I know I've seen this one before. Yeah, we've seen this one before. It's fine. The mermaids are, the mermaid youths are trying to get as far inland as possible. As a, I don't know, a stupid kids challenge. My wife is fucking around again. Not happy. We're now trading in cloves. Actually, that's pretty great. I'm surprised there's no content whatsoever about kobolds. It's like, obviously, I know they're, separate races. But they're close enough. And that there's literally nothing is weird. Unless there is something, I just haven't seen it yet. The miracle of life. Even those who know only a few of the 333 empires know about the legendary figure of T'Chazara. She was a seemingly immortal being, personally responsible for ending multiple empires between the 85th and 121st empires. Some great warriors defeated her in battle and vanquished her from their lands, but she would inevitably return. As the legend goes, T'Chazara only left after the Empress of the 122nd Empire defeated her, not in battle, but by introducing her to the Thraxis. When faced with the eternal being, T'Chazara realized even her immortality could not compete with eternity, and slunk off into the darkness, never to be seen again. There are plenty of doubters of the prophecy who do not believe T'Chazara was real. Her stories are fantastical to the extreme. Nobody has any good answer for what T'Chazara even is. Her descriptive details do not tend to remain consistent across narratives, and yet there has never been an incident in which the Nag, or indeed anyone, has had to quash stories of her doubters. If a lizard folk does not believe in T'Chazara, then they do not want to believe in this prophecy. But the prophecy of T'Chazara come with two core beliefs. The first is that all past empires were destined to collapse. The second is it will end with one empire immune to collapse that will rule for eternity. T'Chazara is a symbol of that belief, arguably even more than the Thraxis is. T'Chazara's inevitability showed that none of the empires, no matter how great, could ever outlast the immortal being. However, even immortality could not stand up to eternity. Those who believe Khatalshya want to believe what they are eternity. Want to believe that they are eternity. That the tens of thousands of years of lizard folk society's cyclical collapse has ended. That T'Chazara will not come for them because she cannot beat eternity, and therefore cannot destroy Khatalshya. Increase the faith in the prophecy! Beautiful. I was worried that was going to be a negative, but it wasn't. Positive. Anyway, now you're fully occupied. And I have colonized a thing. I obviously just want this land. Apparently I still win that. I just had a thought. I should make 333 ships. Because why not? Still no colonization targets. Do you want peace? What my next idea group is going to be. Should be a Diplo idea group. Probably trade. Oh, Mahita Arab is on the land now. Not for long. How do I still win these wars? Apparently you're still protecting trade even though you're not actually doing anything. Very cute. Very cool. Alright, I'm back to making really good money again. I just kind of want to piece out of this war now. Alright, we're really close. Oh, he's going again. Nice. Well, in that case, have this guy. Alright, I think I take that now. Then I take trade ideas. One there. It's gonna cost 481. I can take 2. That gives me an extra merchant. Yeah. There's so many trade nodes over here. The trade idea is probably really powerful. Esprit de corps, very nice. How are you doing? Yeah, you're alright. Town Hall. Ooh, am I above? I am above. Town Halls would be fantastic then. Oh, this is gonna help a lot. If only I had the money. As soon as you want to piece out net, which is now, I'm gonna. Fine, I'll deal with your peasants. And mission fulfilled. Halflings have never garnered the same ire amongst lizard folk that humans have. Relations have been positively cordial between our two peoples. Yet lizard folk on the Summer Isles living under the rule of halflings has always felt wrong. It was not always this way, however. The Idzezembi lizard folk once sat in positions of power across all corners of the islands. Drawing from a tactic deployed by the 316th Empire, we have struck on a way to increase lizard folk presence on the islands. Usually lizard folk families do not keep every egg from a clutch. The smallest and frailest are discarded, eaten, or sent to the temple to be raised there. A few families can afford to rear every clutch. We should send these smallest eggs to hatch on Samanossi. Not only would this increase lizard folk presence and power over the island, but the short stature as runts of the clutch will instead be right at home amongst the halflings. Okay. And the culture of all those provinces changes to lizard folk. That's actually amazing. I get permanent claims on the entire region and on Down a Cow. All provinces in Favanossi region, including ones I don't own, get the Itzembi seniority given the following effects when owned by me. Minus 50 local culture conversion cost and plus 3 missionary strength. That's amazing. When the province becomes lizard folk culture, lizard folk reclamation is removed, and then I get, because I'm increasing faith and prophecy, 100 of each point because I'm already at the max. Very fucking cool. Done. Thraxis, we still need the view catcher, but we're doing that. I just need the view catcher to finish, which we're already getting. And then we need to wait for December. Genie Coast Lizard Folk, I need 20 provinces in Down a Cow, which is... I thought that was up here. Is there a trade region? I already have enough on Favanosi. Is Down a Cow up here? Oh, it is. Balls. Empire of the Swamp. All of the swamp needs to be my culture. Ugh. There we go. That'll do it. All right. Also, we'll do that. So it's cheaper to core. And I've got some money again, so we'll build some more of these. Beautiful. So, Viewcatcher's coming soon. I wonder then, can I bring you out? You give me mappage. That's not it. Maps of Down a Cow. Nice. And Kabaki, do I have any troops in there? No. If I get to here, then I can get some of Kabaki. Nice. Salahad Coast actually might be a vibe as well. Or Salahad Sea. Okay, well I'm struggling to find all the things. West Salahad Coast, there it is. That's what I was looking for. Okay, I wonder, will Imbushid give me a province with threatened war? If they do, great. The one I want is Ishid. Nice. It went to Aramul, I guess. That's fine. Don't I need to own it myself, though? Own the entirety of the Zuzvizuz. Yeah, I need it myself. So, Aramul, Muxie's land. Increase by 45 and become 4. Works for me. And then the other thing I need is Gamye to be level 2. That's 2,500 I need to save up. Should not take long. Runeborn classifications. What outsiders call Runeborn is really just a label applied to a vast number of elven peoples with hugely divergent cultures, religions, and physiologies. It seems our tendency to treat all Runeborn subjects as the same has led to various difficulties. I mean, whatever. Hydras and wyverns and hippos and all sorts of dangerous monsters exist on Halan, so of course similar terrible lizard-devouring beasts would exist on other worlds. While we have thousands of years of practice in dealing with the creatures in our own backyard, we lack the same institutional and cultural knowledge on the otherworldly varmints. Who knew that chopping the head of a space monster would not incapacitate it, but instead spew forth a fountain of acidic blood that melted our scales and destroyed our crops? Oh, God. Whatever. You can have minus whatever. It's fine. I'm gonna need 2 dev, some mail again. Good enough. And also admin. Oh, good timing. So, who is above down a cow then? Exwes, Busala, Trenton, Pearl's Edge, Gnomes, Netcliffe, Vern, West Ham. So painful. It's so fucking painful. I got 1 province! Let's go! We made a start. Oh shit, he gave me a Damestier province? Based? Graham's Landing. No, okay. Bruh. I died! 44 is fine. And again, I'll go with the admin tech cost guy. And record all up. Lovely! Oh yeah, I forgot. Also, probably need to do this a lot more often. Also, this will increase my absolutism to fucking skyrocket. Yeah. We're at max now. Very nice. Very nice indeed. So many provinces up there do I need? It's annoying that there's a fucking thing in the way, otherwise I'd just, like, go and march into Adaru and murder this shit. Now that I'm beside you, you wanna give me a... Nope, alright, fuck you. I could attack Exwazalai Peninsula purely so that I don't have to fight the fucking Emperor. That might work. There's the view catcher. Fantastic. Right. I think we need to turn it on. And then we wait until it is December to find the Thraxis. That's not actually that far away. They're all cooking. 58%, 59% is the slowest one. We're cooking. Also, can I quickly send you an insult? Get ourselves above 50. Very nice. Do you want an idea? Or do I want better ships? I mean, I'll I don't really care either way, to be honest. I think I want this. Where was that rebel? You got it. He's got it. Oh yeah, I also need to upgrade this. There it is. All right. Well, we got 2 missions done. Let's do Urkin Spire first. Quika Gamyi, the humans call it. We know its true name, the Urkin Zetsaria. Standing proud in the wide open plains to the west of Tanias, it was once home to the great Urkin lizardfolk culture. The top broke off some indeterminable time ago, though we surmise via the records of historical lizardfolk empires that it occurred sometime between the 51st and 102nd empires. Yet even despite that, its majesty is incredible. Even the humans know that, for they too worship it, though they naturally do not understand its true meaning. It was left for us, for the final empire. Admittedly, it appears that the damage to it means it will never be able to be restored to its original purpose. Nevertheless, the symbolic importance of returning the spire to lizardfolk hands would signify that we are ready to reclaim the plains and restore the lost Urkin culture. So, the culture in the Zuzavazia area becomes my culture. Nice. And I gain 100 of each. The Thraxis. The results from the Thraxis Observatory are in. There's a very narrow band of time where the stars are in alignment that the summoning ritual will work. As Agredant is in retrograde, as the Thraxis are active, the right conditions have been reached such that we can call to the stars and bring it down. The being upon our flag, the most senior of all Horizari. The one who's looked over our kind from the Second Empire onwards. It's time to summon the Thraxis! As the lights in the night sky lined up to the markings in the sand, each constellation glowed and began to fall, as though the sky itself was falling. Thraxis, each made up of thousands of stars, sank from the heavens. As each one reached the ground, it would join its brethren and spin together, faster and faster as each Thraxis joined the throng. More and more lights joined its ranks, the center of the whirring mass shining as bright as the sun itself. And then, with one brilliant flash of light, it stopped above the crowd. The symbol of eternity, the Thraxis. At first, many fell to their knees, the Naga in attendance curled up in awe. Yet as the minutes wore on, an awkward silence descended over the crowd. Could the Thraxis speak? In records it had spoken, but this thing had no mouth. It was doing nothing but hover there. With a searing look from the head Naga, the Emperor shuffled to his feet and stood before the Thraxis. He started to speak. To thee, most resplendent of beings. He was cut off by a voice that resembled like a million voices all speaking at once. Hello, dear. How nice for us to see you. It's been time since we last spoke to one like yourself. Tell us, what is it you wish to know? The voice was simultaneously comforting and terrifying, which is why I used a British accent. Anyway, like a million unspeakable terrors tucking you into bed. The Emperor stuttered and stammered, realizing he was not prepared for this. What can you tell us? How old are you? The Thraxis swirled in place for almost a full minute before it finally responded. We are older than time. We were here before you. Before dragons, before genies, before skies and the seas and the land and all beyond. Your question is difficult for us to answer, as to have an age we must have a birth date in time. That is something we do not possess. The Thraxis spun in place for another minute before speaking again. We enjoyed this visit very much. Do feel free to contact us again if you have any more questions. We will be... Right at that moment, light from the sun spilled out over the jungle and onto the beach where the crowd stood. In that light, each star of the Thraxis faded, and before anyone knew what was going on, it was gone. At least they like us. Every 10 years, the Thraxis will return where you can ask it a new question about the mysteries of the world. Based. Very cool. I like that. The discovery of Elantir and the records of the precursors have allowed us to connect the pieces of so many parts of our history. The ancient empire of the 271st Lizardfolk Empire fought that... The ancient empire the 271st Lizardfolk Empire fought was clearly the precursor empire. Elves. Whatever. wording is hard. We also now have context for lizardfolk empires that existed before the precursor elves overthrew the dragons. For there were lizardfolk in Elantir once. Not many, it must be said. The 118th Empire was in Elantir, although its reputation as an empire is controversial, as it's unclear whether the empire had any more than 5,000 inhabitants. There are also empires, like the 73rd, that sailed to Elantir to defeat the dragons, only to be defeated themselves. They were known as the Draktia, or Dragon Slayers. They are an empire whose legacy we will emulate. We came here to conquer and to rule, to destroy any last draconic influence in Sahal or Elantir, to find the truth of what happened to them. So I get Bracteria lizardfolk becomes the new primary culture of my colony. Culture nesting folk cove will become that culture as well. Very cool. Alright, so Genie Coast, we need to still do that. Precursor experiment. I need 10 provinces on... For me and my subject. Currently 0. On the continent of South Elantir that's not on an island. Okay. Not Turtleback, not Severed Coast. I need to set my national focus to diplomatic and discovered Sorpalale. No idea what the fuck Sorpalale is. Fair enough. The Plane of Earth. Shalazar needs to be at tier 3. Okay, well... Bruh, it's gonna be expensive. You know what I can do. I realize I have a lot of provinces. Holy shit, I'm only halfway through. No, I'm done. I'm done. That's fine. There we go. Level 3. Also, you can explore something. I really don't care. So Shalazar at level 3. Didn't that? What else did it need? 20 regiments present. Do I lose those regiments? Yes. Easily done. Hey, I'm trading in coal. Probably because I'm the only one who has any coal. Yo, furnace. Let's go. Yeah, getting early coal is like a huge boon. What else can I do with my admin points? Stab up. There has been so much debate over the message left when the Zatsaria in Shalazar collapsed. The prevailing opinion is that genies took the spire and created a replica to stand as a mockery in its place. Genies have not roamed Sahal since the Day of Ashen Skies, once again proving that all other races on this planet will crumble while the lizard folk remain eternal. Yet it still feels humiliating that for thousands of years our people have been revering a false spire. A new question has emerged through this line of thinking. Does the original still exist? The final message seemed to imply it did. Somewhere through the portal to the plane of Earth, the true spire still stands. Our miners and engineers have gradually improved the operations to extract resources through careful expeditions into the plane of Earth. It's now time to send a deeper expedition. Find the genie who took our spire and get it back. Bye-bye. The plane of Earth has no sky. The most comparable location would be the tunnels under the Serpent Spine, but nothing could quite compare to the sheer strangeness our expeditionaries discovered there. The Earth itself appears to glow, giving a whole land a dim red light that illuminated proceedings. Rivers of mud flowed in upwards waterfalls, while formations of pure diamond, kilometers across, hovered in midair. The inhabitants were not typically hostile, although neither were they typically friendly. Mining expeditions tended to give any earth elementals wandering the plane a wide berth. If one had made its home next to a rich vein of coal, we had little option but to mark it on a map for future exploration and move on. Thankfully, genie palaces were hard to miss. Their resplendent glory contrasted supremely with ugly rock and earth that surrounded them. Hewn from ore and bright gemstones, each one stood out amongst the landscape and was used as markers for maps for explorers already. The first expeditions had simply planned to mark every genie palace on the map as a place to explore later, but as luck would have it, we did not need to explore that far. Standing atop one genie palace, gleaming with greater beauty than even the palace itself, stood what we were looking for, Azatsaria. It was pristine, a single, complete piece with stars sparkling across its face. The path was drawn, the expedition returned, and our next expedition of 20,000 troops returned to reclaim our spire. It was a disaster. Look at these flies, roared the lead genie, flicking her hand and wiping away every single weapon in our arsenal. I think they want that spire back. How cute. These are the creatures you were once afraid of. Another genie gestured their hand vaguely in the direction of the army, sending a cascading river of mud to wipe away the forces. I told you. Once they had wish catchers. It was different. It was... Nobody heard the rest of the conversation. Only 12 lizard folk returned. It went poorly. Unlock a new question for Thraxis. Let's go! RIP my stability, though. So yeah. Need to do this. Empire of the Swamp. How close are we to Empire of the Swamp? You're almost done. You didn't even fucking start, you fucking ball-ache. You are quite far away. 77. 2 years. Okay. They have to be just lizard folk, right? It's culture group. Okay. Why is there coal in the plane of Earth since coal is made from wood? Well, coal is just carbon, right? Right. You know, the carbon could be coming from many different things. I don't know. Hey, Nectar, if you want to give me province. Oh, he does, based. Let's give me Stout March because he's got the fort. Very blessed. Let's go. Hey, Busala. Give me Ninacare. No? Hey, you? Nope. Okay, hey, you? Bro's close. Vern won't. Who's this? Bokia. No, screw you then. Katarada definitely won't. Don't know who the fuck you are. But this does give me an in. I can now attack Adaru. Oh, excuse me. Alright, so you remind me. Finishing in 77. And then you, the one I just started, also finishing in 77. Okay. So in 77 we should have a new mission done. Is this good? Nope, it's kind of shit. Global trade power plus 2%. Suppose is fine. Local goods produced in all of those provinces is kind of nice. And then what do you give? Merfolk like me, and I get... okay, 2 provinces with allied merfolk settlement that don't already have center trade gain a center trade. That's kind of nice, actually. I'm gonna cap on admin, so Give me my stability back, actually. And here... they're all kind of shit now. I also still haven't done my golden arrow, which is dumb of me. I don't know what I'm waiting for. Where's that rebel? You're dying to Mehitabarab. Alright, not long now, and then we get to do another mission. And then I gotta go to bed. But I want to do this mission first. The Thraxis have returned! As the stars had descended, the constellation spun and whirred into place. The Thraxis graced us with their presence once more. This time we were more prepared for the long silence, before the whirling spiral of lights began to speak, and waited patiently for them to begin. We're so pleased to see you again. The voice of a million voices echoed around the clearing. What is it you wish of us? Shall we begin Bless a Farm again, or do you wish to hear a story? We have many interesting tales to tell, after all. What's a fucking chockin'? Okay. What is Wish-cha-cha-ha-cha-cha-catcher? Wish-catcher. Why do people go crazy if they look at the fucking stars, man? There was a long silence after the question of what was in the sky posed to the Thraxis. At first, it seemed like it was just a normal pause, as it does after every question. But then it started to vibrate. The stars began to pulse red, and entire forms started to jitter. Stars warped away from the being and were sucked back in as million tiny voices cried out, each out of tune with one another. This continued for the better part of a minute, growing louder and more alarming as it progressed. The stars shooting out over the crowd and being pulled back in. Some onlookers screamed and hid, others just stared in awe, wondered if they'd broken the Thraxis. You did not ask what is in the sky. We should have not asked. We should not. It stopped. The pulsing, the screaming, the red flashes, the Thraxis was back to its normal position, hovering above the crowd, its millions of stars slowly rotating. We do not wish to speak of it. Oh, damn. Sorry we asked. But I'll take the tech cost. Only for 10 years. But anyway, Empire of the Swamp is done. Lizard folk lived in the Shadow Swamp as recently as about 1500 years ago. The world tree at its center had been written about as far back as the 34th Empire, which is when the earliest recordings of the Kagayatsa being cursed were made. There's always been shadowy forces at play in the swamp, but it was habitable. It even prospered during the 312th Empire, when Asdara lizardfolk culture was at its height. For a culture long since dead, it was the hags that made this place the horrific nightmare it became. Those days are long past us. All across the Shadow Swamp, the Asdara lizardfolk culture has been reborn. Inspired pieces of art, incredible architectural construction, and some of the greatest modern minds are now born and made in the Shadow Swamp. More than anything, though, the sense of Rak has returned to the lizardfolk of the swamp. Asdara, once again, feels like home. So I gain 100 of each mono point again, which is something I'm going to probably spend some mill points first. And also some of that. There we go. And local dev cost in the entirety of the Shadow Swamp region for 50 years. And also, all of those lizards that I culture converted now get a different culture. Mutations beyond 10AS. As much as we'd like to pretend the massive variety of mutations amongst lizard folk has always been accepted as natural, in reality some of the more extreme mutations were more reluctantly accommodated than happily embraced. Not every mutation variant commands the respect the Naga gets, for instance, for not all mutations have the power of the Naga, both culturally and magically. However, as more lizard folk move outside the jungles of 10AS, we started to see more mutations appear. Some 10AS lizard folk has developed prejudices towards the new lizard folk, calling them not true lizard folk. This is an insidious belief, as this idea takes hold, even mutations born within Tanias can be rejected, if they do not conform to their vision of what a true lizard folk looks like. We cannot allow this narrow view of what lizard folk is to take hold. We are the Empire to rule all lizard folk. This is a central part of the prophecy. Not a specific kind of lizard folk, but all lizard folk. So I no longer lose a state loyalty to remove mutations. Okay. 100 of each monarch point. So, Chokin Farms, I need 500 provinces in the Shadow Swamp. Okay, so I need to dev 30 times in the Shadow Swamp. I imagine... Oh yeah, there we go, that's perfect. I didn't quite get it. Oh, fuck you, game. So close. Done. The secret ingredient to our resettlement of the Shadow Swamp has been the humble and stupid Chokin. Where the crops have failed and animals struggle, Chokin reveled in such conditions, unblemished by the colour-seeping environment and unfazed by the local dangerous fauna. You would think it bravery had you not earlier that day been forced to rescue a sinking Chokin that had wandered into a bog and made no effort to prevent itself from sinking as it chewed on plants. And yet, despite this, our settlements in the Shadow Swamp, and indeed our glorious final, prophesied 333rd Empire, run on Chokin. If the front of our flag proudly showed the Thraxis, then its back surely contains the bulbous eyes and stubby legs of the Chokin. Shadow Swamp region gets Chokin Farm until the end of the game, giving construction and dev cost. Very cool. Alright. And that is where I'm going to leave it. Oh, apparently I need 2 more space colonies. Apparently, you and you become space colonies. You become a Don't you dare take my fucking coal! I swear to piss. That's very fucking annoying. I'm not giving you my coal. Fuck you, game. But anyway, we still have a lot to do, right? This is a fat mission tree. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I will be back. What day is it today? Wednesday? I'll be back on Saturday. With... What am I doing on Saturday? Oh yeah, I'm casting the Lemon Cake multiplayer game. So I will hopefully see you on Saturday. Until then, toodaloo, bye 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 bye.